Hello everybody, welcome to this pick a card reading. We're going to be seeing the thoughts and feelings of your person of interest, and we will have an extended option for this as well. So we've got three options here, and they are represented by different incense burners. So option number one is this little cauldron mug that I use as an incense burner. I've just got soil in it to kind of keep whatever I'm burning on top, to keep the mug safe from it. Number two is this sort of a little bit more ornate incense burner. And number three is this incense burner that you can do stick incense in. Primarily is what that's intended for, but I've used it for different things as well. So in any case, go ahead and get in touch with your intuition. Use those timestamps or chapters below, and I'll see you at your reading. Welcome to everybody who chose option number one. So I've got three cards here, and this side represents more your energy, and this represents their energy, but we're reading their thoughts and feelings over this connection or relationship, whatever this happens to be. I feel like this person is not understanding your behavior towards them. I feel like they want to understand you better, but they feel like you are pissed off at them, or they feel like you're wanting to just end this and burn it to the ground, or they might feel like you're giving them an ultimatum, something along those lines. But they feel like that either you are like threatening to end things, or you're behaving in a way that is meant to provoke them, something along those lines. But they feel that you are mad at them, but it's almost like they feel like you are happy about being able to provoke them, that you enjoy it. That's what it is. They feel like you are really enjoying provoking them or expressing your anger. And I think it confuses them, because it's like, are you really angry at me? Because you seem to be getting so much enjoyment out of being angry that maybe it's not really anger at all. Maybe it's just that you are wanting to like push my buttons and make me mad. With the Hierophant reversed and the High Priestess, it's like they're having to draw upon their intuition. Like nothing is making sense to this person in a more tangible way. Like the actual things that you're saying or the actual behavior that you're exhibiting to them doesn't seem to fit with the reality of what's actually going on between the two of you. And so they're really struggling to understand you, I feel like. Because it's almost like they feel like your behaviors are almost, it seems like your behaviors, on the one hand, you act like you want the two of them to be together, but your behavior is like, it seems like you're almost like purposefully and forcefully trying to ruin what the two of you have, or trying to ruin any potential between the two of you. So they're very confused. They're like, I don't even know what to do here. I don't even know how to respond to pile one. I don't know. I mean, they're very captivated toward you. I mean, they are very focused on you, but they don't really know what to do next here in this connection, because your energy seems so not based on anything that they would understand to mean that you love and care about them. They don't feel that you are behaving that way, and yet you may be saying that you want this to continue or something like that. So anyway, they're getting mixed messages here. And I think it's sort of confusing them. They're not sure how they feel about this themselves anymore, because they do have feelings for you. I mean, they can't deny that they have feelings for you, but what they can deny is, that this is something that they would want to continue to be involved in, because you seem dead set on ruining it, according to them, according to their perspective. Now, that doesn't mean that they're correct, but they're perceiving it that way. I'm getting drawn to this deck up here, actually, which I didn't intend to use, but let's see. Their thoughts and feelings about this connection. I think about you all the time. Yeah, they are very focused on you, I feel like. They really are, but in a very puzzled way. It's almost like they're like, why are you trying to ruin this, you know? I feel like at this point, they're wondering what your motives actually are, you know? Because they don't feel like your motives are based in love. They do have love for you, and you may have love for them too, but they're not seeing it through your behavior. The way that they're interpreting your behavior, they're like, well, are you using me for something? Are you using me for sex? You know, like, what are you actually wanting me for? And the energy between the two of you, the shared energy, is you are my muse and I need space from you. So again, it's almost like with the you are my muse, I mean, that can be seen as, it can be seen as a compliment, but it also can be seen as, well, you're just using me for this, something that doesn't necessarily have to do with love. Like, and you know, neither of you, maybe you're not even artists, but I'm reading this card, you are my muse here, as more like, you give me something that I need or want out of life. You allow me to have certain experiences that I want to have, which again, it could be sexual, but I feel like that's how they feel that you are towards them, that you are using them to have certain experiences that you want to have, but it's not necessarily coming from the heart, and that your behavior towards them almost makes them feel like you don't really want them around unless they're there to give you that experience that you're wanting, which may be sexual or something else. And this is their mindset about it. I'm not going to keep repeating that because I've already said it, but I just know that some people watching are probably going to disagree with this person and their perspective, but it is what it is. And I feel like this person feels a little bit like, I don't think they really want to take space from you, but at the same time, I think they feel like maybe they need to in order to be able to step back and view this with more clarity. Because right now, like, if they're staying too close, they're not understanding what's going on, and so it's too confusing. I'm going to get some other decks here. Let me move this. Okay, this person's thoughts and feelings about this connection. Fresh start reversed. Everything on your end is reversed except for the Tower card. Destruction reversed. Whoa, Dark Night of the Soul reversed. I don't see this card coming out. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this person is kind of sensing that for the benefit of their own personal growth, they probably should step away from you because your behavior, they're not really sure what your intentions are towards them, to be honest. And there's a part of them that feels like, okay, I probably need to do some inner seeking right now and get honest with myself and maybe like pay attention to my own like mental and emotional needs right now, mental and emotional health. But this card is reversed, the Dark Night of the Soul. It's like they're starting to see certain red flags in this connection, but they don't want to face those red flags. I mean, the Dark Night of the Soul is not easy to go through, and they don't want to go through it because they just want a happily ever after with you. But with the Four of Wands reversed and Fresh Start reversed, they feel like you are actually blocking them from being able to have that happily ever after. So with Destruction reversed in between, it's like they don't have the strength to really pull away from you currently, but they don't really know how to bring about that happily ever after either, because you seem to be blocking it. And then we have Conclusion reversed as well. Like, they don't really understand where this connection is going currently. Like, their mind is in all sorts of different places. They're just so confused. But in their heart, they definitely have feelings for you. That's for sure. They have feelings, and I feel like they want this to develop in a loving way towards some sort of loving conclusion. Could we parent together effectively? I think about these big picture questions. So you might be bringing up certain issues like parenting or the future or living together, like major important life decisions that if the two of you continue to be together, you would have to make. Maybe you're talking about those things, but at the same time, your actions make this person question if you are, if that's what you really want anyway. And then they're like, you have the best sense of humor. I feel like on this person, and I miss you, I feel like this person tries to navigate your words versus your actions. They try to navigate it as best they can because it is legitimately confusing to them. And they do really care about you. I feel like they just try to they're trying to make you happy so that you won't engage in this behavior that seems like you're trying to push them away. I don't express my feelings very well, but that doesn't mean I don't have them. Yeah, I mean, I feel like even in this reading, they don't know how to really express to you the fact that your behavior is kind of concerning them. Let me get another deck here. I'm just pulling into different decks as I feel intuitively guided. Sodalite, deepen your intuition. Ruby, feel your fire or feed your fire. Bismuth, rewrite your code with rainbows. I think that there is a lot of passion here between the two of you, and the passion is shared. But right now, your person is really overthinking it. They want this rainbow life with you. They want this happily ever after. They want something that's almost too good to be true with you. And I feel like they could be having trouble navigating the reality of this relationship right now. I think that you actually have a much stronger intuitive insight into them than they do in you, but they're trying to tap into their intuition because they really desperately want to understand you. They feel at times that your passion is the same as theirs, but other times they feel like maybe your motivations are different and they're just not really sure what to make of it. So yeah, we have Neptune and Aries. It's almost like they feel like you're purposefully trying to confuse them. Like you're assertively doing things that don't make any sense or that seem contradictory. And so it just makes them unsettled in their belief about you. And sometimes they think, do you purposefully want me to be confused about what to believe? Do you not want me to have a sense of security and knowing that you care about me? Yeah. So this is what they're feeling, basically. Let me I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but that's just what I'm getting. They definitely feel like you are much more in control of this connection than they are. Like with the initiative card, like they want to be taking the lead here and they want to be like making something happen. They want progress, like hardcore. They are determined to have some sort of happily ever after with you. But you seem much more with rest and ownership. You seem much more just comfortable and cozy with your own life. I feel like they feel like you would be fine without them, which makes them wonder, like, why are you with me? What are you using me for? They're questioning, are you using me so that you can have some sort of ease or something in life? I don't know. They definitely feel like you are the one wearing the pants in this relationship and that you are less emotionally invested than them. On your end, perhaps you have been totally honest, but they're having a hard time understanding your honesty. And maybe even your honesty itself sometimes is part of what the red flag is. Like, oh, okay, now I see how things are. I thought things were differently, and now you're saying and doing this. And maybe what I thought you wanted or I thought you felt was just my idealism. Maybe I was just, building castles in the air and hoping things were a certain way. But your honesty is just kind of like that you want to live life on your own terms. And if so, they're taking that personally. I mean, of course, you're allowed to live life on your own terms, but they're taking it as sort of like that you want to demolish everything that exists between the two of you. So Grace, I face disagreements with grace and flow through the ups and downs of my relationships without getting thrown off center. I feel like this is what this person is desperately trying to do, is to have this sort of graceful balance, even though things feel very uncertain and very confusing to them. I mean, to be honest, I feel like this person feels like they're walking through a hall of mirrors with you. And they're wondering if you're doing that on purpose, because Neptune and Aries would be like a very forcefully confusing type of behavior. Like at one time, you may make them feel on top of the world, and other times, it's almost like you don't even exist to them because you're just in your own world. So I feel like that's what's leading them to be quite confused here. Let's see here. Whoops. We'll get a song for each of you, and then we'll move on into the extended portion. And the extended reading, we'll see what your person's actions are going to be going forward, what the general outcome is going to be moving forward, and we'll get a channeled message from them to you, as well as to wrap up with some spiritual guidance. Just a message from your angels and spirit guides. The extended is $777, I believe, unless I've changed the price by the time I post this. But you should be able to purchase it individually, or if you want to sign up for my Patreon, you'll have access to all of the extended readings for all of the videos I've posted so far with extendeds, as well as some other content for the same price. All right. So yours is Ed Sheeran featuring Chance the Rapper and PNB Rock, Cross Me. Anything she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about her. That's my seed. That's all me. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me. And she ain't messing with no other man. Me and her have something different. I really need you all to understand that nobody's coming close, and I don't ever want to run around. I spent my youth jumping in and out, but you know I fucking love her now, like nobody ever could. I'm sticking with my baby for sure. It doesn't matter where we are. So if you hear about my lady, just know that she ain't the one to play with. And I'll be standing so close. Yeah, I feel like they feel like this is what you're wanting from them. That's what I'm getting. They want that you want them to be extremely loyal and speaking out very highly about you to other people and telling other people, like, listen, like, you know, this is my lady, you can't have her. Yeah, they feel like this is what you're expecting of them. And I do feel like that they're trying to achieve that. They're trying to meet that expectation on your part. And, and their song is Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf. So to me, this song is like, it's a very primal attraction that they have to you. To be honest, it's almost like, I feel like they're like crazy in love with you. Like they have like lost their head. They're so into you that they're not in touch with the ground. Like they're not very grounded right now. And it's like they've allowed their feelings for you to take over. And then we have the police. Every little thing she does is magic. I mean, they really do feel this loyalty to you, and they feel that you are so special and that you really could never do any wrong. And I think that that's how they talk about you to other people. All right, so that's it for the initial part of the reading. If you want to go to the extended, again, you can purchase that below or sign up for my Patreon and get other content in addition to the this extended. But either way, guys, I'll see you around. Hello to everybody who chose option number 2, this incense burner right here. So let's go ahead and get into your reading and see what your person is thinking and feeling about you and about your connection. Let's see here. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot deck for your all's reading. Okay, I feel like in this particular connection, your person, who's represented here by the Emperor, is feeling like they're more in charge of the relationship than you are, because they see you as represented by the 8 of Wands reversed, and the 8 of Pentacles is the energy between. So they do feel romantically attached to you, and I feel like they do feel like they are, you know, building some sort of solid romantic relationship with you. If you're not in a relationship, I feel like that's where they would like this to be headed. But again, they feel like they're kind of in charge. They're the one calling the shots. And I feel like they view you maybe as someone who is giving your power away a little bit to this connection or relationship, but I think that they're glad about that because they feel like it gives them more power. And specifically, I think the way that they feel like you're giving away your power is because you maybe have a sort of neediness towards them. Again, this is their perception. It doesn't mean it's the reality, but they kind of feel like you constantly need validation. Maybe you're constantly doubting their feelings for you. I feel like on their end, they feel safe and secure because you're demonstrating your feelings for them in a way that allows them to feel secure. But I think that they're not necessarily demonstrating their feelings for you in quite the same way. They do have those feelings, and they do see this as a connection that has substance that they want to have a solid foundation for. They feel that the two of you are building a solid foundation for some sort of substantial long-term future together. I feel like this person is in love with you, and they do find you to be very lovely and very attractive, a real catch, to be honest. And I think that this person feels like, you know, if they wanted to play around, they think that they're pretty attractive too. And I think that they do find people flirting with them sometimes, and they feel like if they wanted to step out on you, they could do that. I don't think that they are. I don't think that they are doing that, but they're aware that both of you are very attractive people. But I think for you, it's, you know, probably your looks, but also just that you're a very loving person. People are very drawn to you primarily for that, the fact that you are very loving and you know how to make people feel loved. And in fact, you make this person feel very loved. I think sometimes they wonder why they are wanting to stay committed to you, or why they're wanting a serious commitment with you, because they know that they could have this sort of playboy or playgirl lifestyle if they wanted to. They're like, listen, I could have like multiple partners if I wanted. So why am I? Why do I want to be exclusive with person number 2? And it's not because, they definitely see your appeal, so it's not that they don't see your appeal. I think that they're just sort of confused because they know that they're a little bit of a selfish person, and so it confuses them that when it comes to you, they're not taking advantage of other sexual opportunities that they could if they wanted to, because there are sexual opportunities available to them. I hope this is making sense. So this person does really care about you, but they do feel like they are more in control here. Let's see. Yeah, because they know that you are in love with them. I know I already said that, but it's coming out again here. They know that you're already in love with them, and they know that they themselves are sort of emotionally withholding towards you. They know that they haven't revealed their heart for you. Tell us more about that. Why have they not revealed their degree of love for you? I think this person they still feel, despite their sort of cockiness that I get in the beginning and the fact that they feel confident that they're in control here, there is a part of them deep down that I think is concerned that you may not be over someone from your past or someone else. I feel like it's probably one of your exes that they feel like you might return to or might still have feelings for, or it could just be someone that they are aware that you've had feelings for, or they suspect that you've had feelings for, and they're like, I don't know if pile 2 is really over that person completely. Have they gotten complete emotional closure? It's not like they feel like you're cheating or anything, but they do feel like, I think the fact that you could potentially still be holding a flame for someone from your past makes them not want to reveal their emotions. They do have a very deep and strong romantic love for you, but that is the reason why they're not revealing it. All right, let's get some crystal cards here and see what else we can figure out about their thoughts and feelings. Whoops. For you have fluorite, sharpen your focus. Manifest your masterpiece, citrine. Agate, find your solid ground. Yeah, they feel that they have very solid ground with you. It couldn't feel more solid to them. They feel totally safe and secure, except for that tiny little bit of vulnerability that we already asked about. I feel like they view this relationship as a masterpiece or a potential masterpiece. Like they feel like the relationship that you all have, or that you potentially could have, is probably the best possible relationship that either of you could achieve. They can't necessarily see you being with anyone else and it being a better relationship than what they can offer. And vice versa, they can't necessarily see themselves being with anyone else and it being a better relationship than what you can offer them. They feel like both of you are able to offer each other the best possible relationship. And that's probably why they're not taking advantage of the fact that they do have admirers, and they have admirers who are not shy about flirting with them as well. So I think also because it started out with the Emperor card, this is probably someone who has some sort of status or money, And I think that that's probably what draws a lot of these admirers to them. But it could be, if not that, then it also could just be someone who's very assertive and, kind of like, comes across as someone who's confident and who's kind of got it all together type of a thing. And then your card was sharpen your focus. Because this is reversed. I feel like, and it talks here about taking time for yourself. I think that they feel that you would be willing to give up certain things in order to be with them as well. That maybe you'd be willing to give up your career in order to be like a stay-at-home wife or something like that, to be a housewife or something along those lines. But in general, they feel like you are willing to give up certain personal freedoms, maybe even, in order to make a relationship work with them. That makes them feel secure as well. And I think that, they're acknowledging that they're kind of doing the same. They're like, yeah, I could have all these different sexual partners right now, and I'm shocked to myself that I don't want to indulge in that, because they know that none of these other people could offer them what you can. Also getting Moldavite wanting to come out. Transform your life on earth. I just feel like they again, this relationship or this potential relationship, if the two of you aren't in one yet, is more than they ever hoped that a relationship could be. And I think that it also helps them to understand more of what they have always been looking for in a romantic partnership. It's like they didn't even know exactly what they wanted out of what they're like, oh, this is what my ideal romantic partnership is. I didn't understand that before. Thoughtfulness, yeah. Pleasure reversed. Independence reversed. Yeah. So again, I've already said this before, but they view you as being a very thoughtful, considerate person, someone who's definitely willing to put their needs above your own. And that's kind of how you demonstrate your love for them. And I feel like they do really appreciate that. On their side, with independence reversed, they try to match your thoughtfulness with their, like not engaging in activities that would be disloyal to you, like not allowing people to get the wrong idea about that they could have an affair or something like that, They rein in their natural kind of bachelor or bachelorette lifestyle tendencies, because I do feel like they may have those tendencies. Or at least they might think that that would be a fun lifestyle to have, but they're deciding to demonstrate their love to you primarily through the fact that they're not engaging in that type of lifestyle, that they're focusing exclusively on you. And then we have pleasure reversed in the middle, so this is the combined energy, and so I feel like they also feel like both of you are really willing to kind of make sacrifices for each other. I think that's a surprise to them as well, that's not something they've necessarily experienced in a relationship before. But I do also feel like, they know that they can't just take advantage of the fact that you are a considerate person and that you're thoughtful and you put them ahead of your own needs, because they also sense that you would not continue to do that if you were not getting the same level of the same level of loyalty from them. And I think that they know that at some point they are going to have to open up a little bit more about their feelings, despite the fact that they haven't been so vocal about their feelings for you yet. They know that they're going to have to explain to you how much they care, or else they could potentially lose you because you're not. They feel that you're probably not going to stick around forever if they don't do that. When we get into the extended, we'll also get a channeled message from them, so they might reveal in that some more details about their feelings, at least from their higher self. Justin Bieber, sorry. So their feelings for you are represented by Whitney Houston's How Will I Know? So I feel like they are still maybe partly a little bit confused about their feelings for you. They know that this feels different from how relationships normally feel. But I feel like they're still trying to understand love and what love really is. And that is a sort of bittersweet experience to them. Yeah, because it's like they do want this, the feeling of solid ground that they have with you, the certainty that you care about them feels really nice to them. But it is so unexpected to them at the same time. I don't know. It's like they know that if they continue on with you, that their bachelor days are over, or their bachelorette days, or whatever, you know? And I think that they're okay with that, but there's just a part of them, a small part of them that is like, wow, it's bittersweet, you know? It's like, this is what I've always, I've always wanted this feeling of certainty. I've always wanted to know that I'm loved so in such a loyal way. It makes me feel really safe. I feel like it scares them a little bit too. They're a little bit commitment phobic here. And then on your end, we have Justin Bieber, sorry. Let me clarify this. Okay, yeah. I feel like they're afraid that this is how you feel towards an ex of yours, not towards them. Because I pulled one card. Is this towards an ex or a competitor, or is it towards the person that you're watching this for? And it's definitely towards the ex because it's a major arcana card. I think they feel like you still have passion for somebody else. And that maybe you want to make up with someone from your past. They're so scared about this. And I think with this card in between, it's like they do feel like the two of you really love each other. And they want to allow themselves to surrender. I think they can't imagine the two of you not being together because like I said before, they feel like the two of you would have the best possible relationship that either of you could have with anyone. But at the same time, I don't think that I think that they're feeling like this isn't really the time to start making firm promises yet, like this isn't the time to make any strong declarations of commitment or anything like that. I think that they want to kind of wait a while and kind of make sure that your heart really is in this with them. They know that you love and care about them, and you're very thoughtful and considerate and loving towards them, but they do still have this concern that a big part of your heart, or at least some part of your heart, might still reside with someone else, and that there might be a possible reconciliation between you and that person. And then on their end, of course, like I said, they have this bit of a little bit of commitment phobia. Although I think they like the idea of commitment, they're sort of baffled by their own interest in that level of commitment at the same time. Like, really? No sex with anyone else for the rest of my life? They're like, oh, I like the idea of that with pile 2, but at the same time, like, wow, I'm confused. I'm confused that I would just want to have sex with one person for the rest of my life. That's sort of how they're feeling right now. And I think they want to make sure on their end that they are not running away with themselves. And they're like, okay, I need to make sure that this feeling of wanting to be sexually loyal to someone, that lasts before I get into any sort of commitment. Oh my gosh, yeah. And they are afraid that you might be trying to settle for them when what you may really want is someone else. I think that this person does really want to start revealing their feelings to you more, though. I think that, like I said, they haven't, it seems to me based on this reading that they haven't revealed a whole lot yet. They do want to, but I think that they're waiting for the right moment for that as well. And I think they are feeling like the right moment just hasn't come along yet for them to really tell you how they feel. They don't want to reveal things yet if you're in the energy of settling for them. If you're just viewing them as a settling opportunity, they're like, oh, I don't want to spill the beans on how I'm feeling. If I'm like some sort of rebound or just they think that they're probably the best possible relationship for you to have, but I don't think that they are certain that you are certain of that. I am very loyal to you. They do feel like you're very loyal, though. Because this is how they're thinking and feeling about things. This is how they're perceiving things. Oh, I think of you and smile. You make this person really happy. Okay, this just feels a little too toxic and chaotic right now. Why are you being so angry and stressful? Yeah, so you're loyal to them. They feel like you continue to be loyal to them, maybe sometimes past the point of it being even a good idea. And it's like even they're aware that you seem to be giving a little bit too much to them sometimes emotionally. And I think that's part of what makes them wonder, are you just trying to settle with me? Like, are you trying to ingratiate your way into my life and my heart because you want a safe landing from some previous heartbreak? Yeah, I still can't believe you could ever really love me. They're really just not sure yet if despite your loving nature towards them, and they can't deny that you're loving and kind, but they're like, yeah, but is that what your heart really wants? They feel like they're what's best for you, but is that what your heart really wants? They're just not sure quite yet. You are sassy and I like that, but they do feel like, you don't always just take it, if they are being kind of toxic in some way or chaotic or immature, you don't just put up with it. You will speak up and be sassy about it, I'm not successful enough for you. So that is definitely a fear that they have as well. And they could possibly compare themselves to someone from your past, maybe this person that they feel like you're not totally over. And I have one more card. I am very practical about love. It feels safer. So I think for them, what they're being practical about is the timing of things and how they move this forward. They want it to be practical in the sense of like, I'm not going to push ahead for some major commitment with you until I feel more certain that you're over this person from your past and that you have more definite closure with that. But also, they're being practical about the fact that they know who they are and they know that that it's kind of unusual for them to want to be, I feel like in particular, like sexually loyal. I do feel like they are sexually loyal to you, but it feels strange to them that they would want to be monogamous, I'm not saying they've even been a cheater in the past. I'm saying monogamy is not necessarily their usual first choice. And with you, it does feel like something that they want, but it makes them question, like, I don't want to push ahead until I know for sure that is really what I'm going to continue to be wanting. All right, so that's what I'm getting for the initial reading here. If you want to go to the extended, we're going to be looking at what actions they're going to be taking, what's the general outcome between the two of you moving forward. We'll get a channeled message from them to you. And also we'll get just a message of spiritual guidance for you from your spirit guides and angels. If you want to purchase that, you can purchase it for, I believe, $777. That price may change by the time I post this, but for one extended reading. Or you can, for the same price, sign up for my Patreon and you'd have access to all of the extended readings from all of the videos I've posted so far with extended options, and as well as some other exclusive content. So that's something to think about. So whether I see you at the extended or one of my future videos, I'll see you around. Bye, guys. Welcome to my group 3 folks who chose this awesome incense burner right here. So what is your person of interest thinking and feeling about you and the connection itself? We're going to be picking up a lot about their perceptions of you as well. Their perceptions of how you seem to be feeling about the connection. So, okay. So I always read this as more like their energy. This is how they're kind of seeing your energy, and this is how they're seeing the energy between. I feel like this person is almost feeling like they have to convince you to want to kind of give up your independence or something like that. I feel like that's their current mentality. And I feel like they're trying to gauge your response to some sort of behavior that they have recently engaged in. They've recently done something which is their attempt to try to convince you to maybe rely on them more, or just not feel the need to be so independent and self-reliant. They view you as a very self-reliant person, a very strong person. But in any case, I feel like they're waiting for your reaction to something right now. I think they're waiting for you to assert your strength again, because I feel like that's what they've seen you do in the past. You know, when they've tried to maybe convince you to give up a little bit of your strength and become more like surrender to them and allow them to be in control. You in the past have reacted to that by asserting your strength. So they're kind of like waiting to see if that's going to be happening now. I just feel like they kind of, I think that they feel like you are attracted to them, but they also feel like they sort of have to convince you a little bit that they're the one for you. And I just feel like they currently are feeling like you are not convinced. They really feel like you are struggling with this connection. You're struggling maybe to feel like this is the one for me, you know? It's like almost like you're trying to force the connection because you think, well, I should want to be with this person. Or I should be happy about this connection, but I'm not. I don't know. They don't feel like you really are satisfied with this connection or with them. And they are supremely satisfied with you because they're seeing you as the star card, which is like their ultimate wish fulfillment. Like you could not satisfy them more than you do. It would not be possible for them to be more fully satisfied by this connection than they currently are. But they certainly don't feel that you are of that same mentality about them. Okay, let's see more. What is this person thinking and feeling? So with Neptune in Aries in the 11th house, I do feel like this person is trying to, it's like they're trying to be assertive, but they're doing it in a very duplicitous or roundabout way. With the 11th house, this could be, you know, some sort of subtweeting or something like that, where they're putting something out online or on social media, but they're being vague, and it's like, you know, they're trying to get some sort of reaction out of you. They want to see, are you going to surrender to me? And are you going to, like, you know, let go of some of your strength and independence here? But it's not like they're directly saying that. They're not directly coming out and saying, like, listen, you should let me be in charge here. But they're doing it in, yeah, like I said, in sort of covert ways. I think that they're coming on strong, but they're coming on strong in a way that probably is pretty confusing. I don't think they're aware of how confusing their approach is right now. There's a little bit of a lack of self-awareness with this person, because they feel like they're being very direct. They feel like they're being very obvious about their intentions towards you. But it's like they're giving some sort of message to you, but it's in a very confusing, convoluted sort of way. So I really don't think that it is obvious to you what they're trying to communicate. Yeah, it's like they're reaching out to you. They feel that they're reaching out to you, and they want some sort of response from you in return. They definitely want a reaction or a response. They want you to return the energy that they've sent out. But whatever it is that they've sent out, it's so confusing that I feel like you wouldn't even know how to respond to begin with. Because it's like, well, what message did you send me? I don't understand what you're trying to say, you know? They want a direct response to something they've said or done because they feel like they've been direct, but they have not been. And I feel like this is really blocking the connection with ascending reversed and metamorphosis reversed. It's almost like their behavior is really blocking anything further from happening between the two of you. They feel so entitled to some sort of equal and opposite reaction from you. But yeah, I mean, I've already explained it. Like, it's not clear what to even respond to. Like, I feel like basically this person is giving you mixed signals, and they're lacking in self-awareness about that. They don't even understand that they are sending you mixed signals. We have commitment reversed and union reversed, but also separation reversed. So what do they want? They don't want to be separate from you, but they're not quite ready to have a union with you either. So it's in this like sort of wasteland in between state of not ready for union, but also please don't leave me. Don't leave me, but also I don't know how to get too close. I mean, that's the message that they are sending out, whether they realize it or not. But it's like, how do you respond to that? Okay. Like, you don't want to give me anything real, but you don't want me to leave you either. You know, like, what am I supposed to do? You know, I feel like on your end, this is probably what's going through your mind. Like, what am I supposed to do? Not be with you, but also not be with anybody else? I don't think they understand. Like, if you put it in that terminology, I feel like they don't understand that's the message that they're sending out, is like, I can't really offer you anything, but please don't leave me and be with anyone else. They want you to agree to that statement, but they don't recognize that that's the statement that they're making. We have perfect match reversed on your end. Yeah, just like the Lover's card before. This person, I feel like they talk a big game, and they try to act confident in a way to avoid really facing real issues. You know, they're not being direct at all. They're being completely indirect. And I think it's because you do inspire a lot of conflicted emotions in them, you know, because, yeah, well, they're seeing you as someone who is complete, whole, and filled with love. I have everything I need. That's the Nine of Pentacles reversed. They kind of feel, what's the word? They feel infringed upon by the fact that you have this sense of wholeness. It's almost like they resent the fact that you have everything you need. They would just be a little bit of sprinkling of powdered sugar on the top, you know? I think that hurts them. You know, that creates an emotional wound in them, that they are not more significant to you than that. But the reason that that's the case is just because you're whole and complete in and of yourself. It's not that you wouldn't view them as special, but you view yourself as special. You know, and I think with perfect match coming up on your end, they feel rejected by you. They feel rejected by you, and they're definitely taking it personally. I feel a little bit like they're like, you know, like a chicken running around with its head cut off, you know, like they're acting really strangely. This says, I speak and act with care, remembering that impulsive words or a harsh tone can sometimes hurt others. If it feels like I'm walking on eggshells, I'll remind myself that those eggshells might actually be a shop full of china, and I might actually be a bull. Then I'll remind myself to stop mixing metaphors. But like, look at this bull. This bull has stepped on the china. Like, they have broken a lot of things here. There are also a lot of broken eggs. You know, and eggs symbolize like fertility and new starts and something being birthed. It's like they're ruining their chance with you through some sort of like erratic, chaotic behavior where they assume they're being super direct and are expecting a super direct response from you. I almost feel like on your end, you're so exasperated that you're just sort of like putting up with it at this point. It's almost like you're just enduring them. And, we do have the Lover's card earlier showing up on your side as well. So I feel like you do like this person. You do find them to be attractive, but, their confusing mixed messages are, I think, kind of pushing you away. And I think that this person is in denial of that a little bit. Like they know, they see it. They see that you are kind of pulling away from them and they resent it, but they're not taking any ownership over that. They're saying, oh, that's on you. You think you're too good for me, this, that, and the other. But they're not seeing that their behavior is what's pushing you away. I think it's almost like they're resenting you for having standards about how you're treated because they don't know how to meet those standards because they're still sort of in an immature energy. Are there any songs in here wanting to come out? I'm not getting any so far. I feel like this is the song that they're putting out there, and this is what they're really feeling. What they're really feeling is Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It? You must understand, though the touch of your hand makes my pulse react, that it's only the thrill of a boy meeting girl opposites attract. It's physical, only logical. You must try to ignore that it means more than that. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? I've been taking on a new direction, but I have to say, I've been thinking about my own protection. It scares me to feel this way. So this person is sort of ambivalent about the whole concept of love because they're resentful about the fact that you could hurt them. And, they are feeling hurt right now. So this is how they're really feeling underneath. They're scared of love, and it's almost like that's what is unconsciously driving their behavior that pushes you away is this fear of getting hurt. And so I think unconsciously they're trying to convince themselves, well, I don't really need love. What does it really matter anyway? And this is the message I feel like they're trying to put out there. This is the front. Neil Young, Heart of Gold, I want to live, I want to give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. I've been to Hollywood. I've been to Redwood. I crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. It's been in my mind. It's such a fine line that keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. This person has been looking for love for a long time. And I feel like they want to come across as this person who's done everything that they could to try to find a pure heart, and they're trying to find it in you, but they still haven't found it, right? And it's almost like on the surface, it's like they're blaming you for the fact that you're not this heart of gold that they want you to be. It doesn't mean that you aren't a heart of gold, but like you're not fulfilling their ego need to be blindly loved and blindly appreciated, and for you just to be so grateful of whatever they're offering, even if it is hurtful to you. So I think this is a connection where both of you are kind of like hurt and bruised by everything that's going on here. On your end, we have stylistics, you make me feel brand new. This is interesting. Precious love, you held my life within your hands, created everything I am, taught me how to live again. Only you cared when I needed a friend, believed in me through thick and thin. This song is for you, filled with gratitude and love. God bless you, you make me feel brand new. For God blessed me with you, you make me feel brand new. I sing this song because you make me feel brand new. Whenever I was insecure, you built me up and made me sure. You gave my pride back to me. Precious friend, with you I'll always have a friend. You're someone who I can depend. to walk a path that sometimes bends. Without you, life has no meaning or rhyme, like notes to a song out of time. How can I repay you for having faith in me? I think that maybe they have inspired this feeling in you in certain moments, but I also feel that this could be an ideal. Both of you are kind of looking for idealistic love here. And of course, real love is never going to quite meet those expectations. You see this potential in them for them to, sort of like make you feel comforted when you feel insecure, to bless you and make you feel brand new, to breathe new life into you. You definitely feel that potential with this person very strongly. But they're not meeting that. I mean, it's an idealistic, without you, life has no meaning or rhyme. I feel like you don't want to be giving someone that level of power over your life. This person wants you to give them that level of power over their life, whether they're meeting these expectations or not. So I don't know. It's a lot of expectations that can't possibly be met on both sides, I feel like, to be honest. And, the overall energy for both of you is Savage Gardens, I want you. Ooh, I want you. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I die to find out. I'm the kind of person who endorses a deep commitment. They're endorsing it. Maybe you're endorsing it. I don't know. But endorsing something and actually engaging in a deep commitment are two different things. Getting comfy, getting perfect is what I live for. Yeah, but those two things don't make sense together. Being comfortable means accepting imperfection. Getting comfy doesn't mean everything has to be perfect in order for me to feel comfortable. If that's the case, you're never going to feel comfortable. I feel like the two of you really do have a lot of similar energies here of expecting perfection out of a relationship and having trouble feeling comfortable with anything that is less than perfection. But a look and then a smell of perfume, it's like I'm down on the floor and I don't know what I'm in for. Conversation has a time and a place in the interaction of a lover and a mate, but the time of talking, using symbols, using words can be likened to a deep sea diver who is swimming with a raincoat. Yeah. You both want each other. I think that there is a mutual strong chemistry here between the two of you, without a doubt. That cannot be denied. But I think that both of you are so kind of lost in this very idealistic notion of what love is, that it is, you both are like deep sea divers swimming with a raincoat. It's like you're not allowing yourselves to really feel what an actual commitment or relationship would be. I think you're looking for the Emperor. Maybe part of you is looking for that within yourself, which is someone who can take control of their life and build structures in their life. But I feel like that's also what you want in a partner. You're wanting in a partner the same thing that you want to be able to find within yourself. Maybe you have even perfectionistic, unreachable standards for yourself. And if that's the case, you're extending that to any potential love partner as well. On their end, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. I feel like they're attracted to the fact that you're very attractive to a lot of people, very freedom-seeking, but maybe someone who runs away from love and who runs away from commitment. So it's like they're resenting you for the very things that they're attracted to you for. You're resenting them for the very things that you're attracted to them for. Interesting. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Like this level of resentment that exists between the two of you, and the perfectionism here is blocking this. It's blocking any sort of kind of tangible future to really take hold and take seed. You know, I like to see the Ace of Pentacles a lot of times as an actual seed. This seed is not getting planted. So it's not going to become anything more than just a seed. The seed between the two of you is that there is a strong mutual attraction. You both want each other. You both have an undeniable magnetic pull to each other is what I feel like. But how is it going to get beyond that? So in any case, if you're interested in going into the extended, we'll look at their future actions and the outcome going forward, but also we'll get a channeled message from them to you. And hopefully that will be coming from their higher self so that we can get a little bit more clarity and an actually direct message from them. And then we'll sum up the extended reading with a message from your spirit guides and angels, just a message of guidance and support, which may or may not be about this connection. So again, we'll be seeing their actions going forward, the outcome between the two of you, and a channeled message from them to you, plus a message from your spirit guides in the extended. You can use the link below to purchase the extended reading individually, or for the same price, you can sign up for my Patreon and get access to the extended messages of all of my videos that I've posted so far that have extended messages, as well as other exclusive content. So you can check that out. Whether I see you at the extended or at some other future video or through a personal reading, I will see you later. All right, bye guys.